Is your remote team scattered across time zones and stuck in endless chat threads? If you're not scaling your remote setup the right way, you could be wasting tons of time and money. In this video, I'm sharing 8 essential tips for overcoming the most common roadblocks in scaling remote teams, like communication breakdowns, tool overload, onboarding, and more. We'll cover everything from setting up core hours to prevent miscommunication to maintaining your tech and security and so much more. Watch this video to the end and you'll know exactly how your remote team can drive real business growth. So let's get right into it. Number 1, overcoming communication. Breakdown communication is extra crucial when your co-workers are scattered across different time zones. The moment you see 4 hours of overlap in your day, you might turn into an auctioneer and send messages like, anyone have updates, comments, Slack me, quick, Zoom in 2 minutes. Instead of doing that, you can establish core hours. There might be a time window when the majority of your team is awake and available for real-time collaboration. This would be perfect for pre-scheduled meetings and brainstorming. You should also document everything, keep notes, record meetings, and store files in easy to access shared folders. That way, no one's left in the dark. You can use automatic note takers like Fathom and Read, so this task is done for you on autopilot. After you've got a handle on communication, the next step is maintaining an environment where your remote team can thrive. If you're feeling stuck on how to build a cohesive, high-performing remote culture, we'd love to help. All it takes is a free discovery call. Just go to outsourcingangel.com/discovery so we can take care of all your outsourcing needs, whether that's one-time recruitment, full support outsourcing, or upskilling your offshore staff. We even have replacement guarantees to make sure you're fully covered. Now for the next tip. Tip 2, encouraging autonomy with a safety net. Remote work is a constant balancing act. You want your team members to feel trusted and self-driven, but you also need safeguards to keep them productive. At Outsourcing Angel, we've been working 100% remotely for over 10 years, and we've found that allowing freedom of approach works best to keep this balance. Let your staff choose how to tackle tasks within agreed upon boundaries. You'll be surprised at the creative solutions they come up with. Setting clear expectations is also a no-brainer. Define goals, deadlines, and deliverables so the what and the when are both obvious. Offering support channels works wonders too. Something as simple as encouraging your team to ask questions in group chats or scheduling one-on-ones before they hit roadblocks can make a huge difference. Number 3, defining KPIs and other metrics. When you can't physically see your team working, you might get the urge to calculate their actual work hours just by looking at their online status. But you're not a mathematician, you're a business owner, so it's best to focus on your team's outcomes, not on hours they rendered. Aligning everyone with specific goals is great, but how you get there is mostly up to your team. And use data-driven metrics too, whether it's sales targets, project milestones, or support tickets closed. Performance is best measured in clear, concrete terms. Tip 4, overcoming tool overload. Out here in remote land, we have a tool for everything. Communication, collaboration, project management, random cat memes. Okay, that last one might just be for morale, but you get the idea. Too many tools can create confusion and lead to notification fatigue. So don't forget to consolidate and standardize. Round up your managers and choose a core set of tools that work best for your team's needs for task management, file sharing, etc. And then stick to them. You can also set guidelines for which tool to use for what purpose. This eliminates guesswork and keeps everything tidy. Lastly, regular audits help you to reassess your tools to see if anything's become redundant or needs upgrading. Tip number 5, scaling remote office culture. When teams grow quickly, company culture can sometimes get lost in the shuffle. Remember, a culture isn't about beanbags and ping pong tables. It's about shared values, mutual respect, and open communication, even when you're continents apart. To preserve all that while you're scaling remotely, remember to be transparent. Regularly share the company's vision, goals, and achievements so everyone feels like they're steering the same ship. You can also create virtual team building activities from online game nights to virtual coffee breaks. This helps your team to connect beyond work. And while you're smashing your day-to-day, don't forget to recognize and reward achievements too. Even a simple shout out in the team chat can keep morale high and reinforce positive behavior. Positive shout outs like these convince our staff to stay with us for 10, 12, or even 14 years. Tip 6, nailing your virtual onboarding. It's easy for new remote hires to feel like they've boarded a rocket to space. One minute they're on a Zoom call and saying hi, the next they're drowning in docs and chat threads. So it might be a good idea for you to create a structured onboarding plan, offering a complete roadmap that walks newcomers through tools, team processes, and points of contact will help you save lots of time in the future. You can also pair up your new hires with seasoned team members to help them navigate their new virtual workspace. Tip 7, investing in conflict resolution. Remote teams may not be debating in a conference room, but disagreements still pop up, especially when messages get lost in translation, or if you accidentally type in all caps and people think you're screaming. Setting guidelines for respectful communication prevents these scenarios. Ned Herman's whole brain model of communication is particularly helpful for this. Ned Herman is known for his groundbreaking research about the brain in terms of communication and creative thinking, and he found out that humans gravitate towards 4 thinking styles. There's analytical, organized, personalized, and strategic. By assessing your own thinking style combination and being aware of what combinations your coworkers have, you can really understand and tailor all those messages in your inbox. Aside from that, proactive feedback goes a long way in a remote setup. Small frustrations can balloon fast, so if you have the capacity, train your team to address issues before they snowball. Tip 8, maintaining tech and security. Finally, scaling a remote team means your tech game needs to be on point. The last thing you want is a data leak or people panicking when ChatGPT isn't available. So if someone's computer looks like it belongs from the Jurassic era, provide them with proper equipment and software ASAP. This might seem costly upfront, but it will save you tons of downtime in the future. To keep those digital doors locked, also remember to upgrade security protocols such as VPNs, password managers, and multi-factor authentication. And if you want to be extra confident about your remote setup, you can also create backup plans. Having a backup plan means you're not just relying on prayer whenever power outages or software issues happen. And trust me, they will happen. Now, here's the thing, not everyone has the capacity to create these backup plans or implement these tips. So if you want a guaranteed way to make remote work for you, then book a free discovery call with us. We won't just hire talented offshore staff for your business, we'll help you to upskill them, keep them happy with our perks and benefits, and make them one of the most valuable assets for you. Just go to outsourcingangel.com/discovery or click the link in the description below to start making this happen. So there you have it, 8 powerful tips for scaling remote teams. Start throwing these into your remote playbook and watch your team hit KPIs left and right. If you found these tips and insights valuable, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and share your remote work tips or misadventures in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.